did you get in so quickly? I didn't think we it must go up on the feed or something.
Has to.
So let's just do a sound check. And Michelle's just going to come on and monitor the comments. So we are having a live stream today. It's just really informal. Ben, one of the subscribers, one of the guys that also moderate here on the channel when we're doing the live streams, he insisted today we do a live stream. And Michelle and I really, we've been busy with editing and just working in general, so we haven't had the time to plan this. So it's completely off the cusp. We'll have some nice fresh mangoes and have a little chat with you all.
Okay, I'm on. I'm just doing a bit of sharing, so you'll have to monitor.
Ruby, how are you?
Hello, everybody.
Ruby's in. Ruby Slippers.
Ruby Slippers.
So, yeah, I'll try and keep my voice down a little. It might be a little bit subdued because there are other people here in the building. So, but you know, we'll have some fun.
We will. Okay.
So, who is in? What are you up to? We're not going to walk around the streets today. We will do some more live streams from Merida on the streets. Got a little bit of grief, to be honest, the other day from a bunch of masked Nazis in the expat community here, but we won't talk about it or entertain them with any further comment. So is the sound working?
Okay.
And Michelle's going to catch up.
I am. I'm nearly there.
I'm going to do the comments while you're not.
Absolutely,
not there.
that makes sense to me.
Eddie, no churros of late. Sounds good. That's good to hear. Thank you. Thank you. I saw you said that earlier, actually. What's this talk about? Hey, Jules and Pash, bonjour. Ça va bien? Is it morning in France or evening?
Evening,
Okay.
I would think. Evening,
Okay.
I would think.
This is really about nothing much, just chatting about what we're up to, what you're up to. We're keeping it pretty informal. The chef here that works in the hotel, he's been making some fresh sandwiches, beautiful looking ciabatta bread, jamon, queso. Hey, Martin. Jamon and queso?
Lechuga, onion, tomate.
See? Okay. So, yeah, so he's making these lovely ciabatta sandwiches up. So Michelle and I are going to have that for us, a little afternoon tea. And I've also got some beautiful mango. The mangoes here in Merida in Mexico are delicious at the moment. So I've got some mangoes, little sweeter ones upstairs in our room as well. But we're going with the big ones. You catching up there, Michelle?
Oh, I am. Who knows what I'm doing? I could be sharing it anywhere.
Jordan, how are you, mate? The stig is in.
Okay.
Yeah, they are. And they're freshly made every day. This is a fairly new thing from the hotel we're staying in. They've got a new guy working in the kitchen here, and to encourage him, he's making some. I'll give you details about the hotel at a later date. I don't want everybody, particularly with all the sort of the masked Nazis that are in there. There's a little expat community here of people that are really, really lovely, but there's also the usual nincompoops. So
They did get a little bit upset with us, but we weren't doing anything wrong. We were being very good.
I don't care. I have absolutely no interest in them whatsoever, Michelle. So I didn't.
So did you say, Uri Ug, it says it's my first time to your live chat, so I don't know what it's about. Is it about cooking? It can be.
It can be, if you want it to be. This is really just insistent. I've got my arm put up behind my back from one of the subscribers that follows us and saying that you've got to get on and do a live stream because we just want to have a chat. So that's all it is. It's a time for you to ask me questions and a time for me to ask you questions and maybe share what we're up to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Because we've been a little bit busy with other things today, and we couldn't really get our heads around doing a live.
No, I couldn't get my. It's a hot day. I didn't really want to be out in the streets. Well, no, actually, we're happy to be out in the streets, and we'll be going out for a good walk around a little bit later on. But we thought we'd just have a little impromptu sit down. This is a beautiful environment. It's lovely and green. The guy that runs this hotel that we're staying in, he's got green fingers, so everything in the place is beautiful and green.
He's just been watering, actually.
Yeah.
He's just been going around watering.
Look at this place. Gorgeous.
They've got new bananas growing.
Bananas on the tree. So they keep it really, really lush and green, but it is a bit humid. So what's everyone up to?
So nobody's doing any comments, or I'm not getting them through.
No, I didn't actually schedule this one either, so this is just off the bat. I know people will start to rock up into the chat as they get notifications through YouTube, but for the time being, I'm happy just to have a handful of you in. If you're watching this later on, we'll monitor the comments. So if you're watching, you're in a time zone where it doesn't fit, I'm happy to sort of monitor the comments for the next sort of 24 hours or so. So if you've got questions, throw them up there.
Adriana just said, do I use gel? If you're talking about my hair, no, I don't. I don't use anything in my hair, I just wash it. I'm very lazy.
Asking about me.
No, because she says Michelle.
Oh, all right.
Do I use gel?
This is not about Michelle, guys.
Now, Steve, he uses a lot of products.
Products. You can
Products.
see that's why it's so lush and thick. And
So Brenda said, why did you leave Cancun?
no reason really, Brenda. I mean, we enjoyed where we were in Cancun. It's to me it's a very pretty city in the center, but actually it's quite westernized, Americanized in many ways. So Cancun doesn't have a real sort of Mexicana feel to it. It's very much a touristic city. So we wanted to come somewhere where we heard is a lot more culturally interesting, so we headed up to Merida. No other reason than that. There was no big plan behind it.
We don't have plans.
No, we don't have plans.
No, even arriving here, we didn't know how to
And we really like Merida.
We do.
We like
we've
it.
discovered a few little treasures.
It's a little bit hot, and it's going to get hotter. But yeah, that's the reason. But yeah, good question.
So Brent said, so you wanted more rustic, more Mexican.
More or less touristic, a little more culturally sort of interesting for us. And also we wanted to find, we've been looking for a place for a little while now where we can settle for a while and do some editing, because I know a lot of you have asked me to do the Big Walk series, so I've been editing every day, and we're going to concentrate over the next couple of weeks to getting lots and lots of edits done so that you can enjoy that series. When I think I've got enough done, we're then going to share a lot more Mexico with you. So
yeah, but you're editing it so that you can share it over a period of time. It's not going to suddenly all appear on the channel.
No, it's going to be it's hard work, because we've talked about this in the comment section of the videos. There's a lot to do to get the John Gross Land End videos done. So yeah, there's a lot of work, and what it means is while I'm doing that, it is not. Is the picture all right, by the way? Because we're using the Wi-Fi today rather than the 4G. So
yeah, so I've got onto the troll. I've timed him out. If he comes back in, he's out.
All right. Where are you, Ben? Where are you? Sally, it's late for people in the UK, right?
It is.
Yeah.
But Ben should be here. It's not late for him.
No, Ben just said he was going to be rocking in, but anyway, he's probably.
Yeah, as Brenda said, idiot alarm, Michelle. I know they're too quick and I can't get the buttons right, but I got there.
Make Brenda. Brenda, do you want to be a moderator too? You can if you want.
There you go.
So. Yeah, we generally, you know what it's been like on Steve's Kitchen, Steve Owens, the channel now, we tend to get really decent, really friendly sorts in. So we're always a bit of a curveball when we get the odd idiot come in, but it's so rare. It doesn't usually trouble us.
So I am here says, only not commenting because I have a small phone, can't see or type for toffee, just sending hugs. We watch you often and love your channel.
Oh, thank you. Who was that?
That was I am here. And Brenda says, hammer me. Does that mean you want to be a moderator, Brenda? Should I make
Go on then.
Hang on.
Shall I see if
There
she
we
can
go.
do it? There you go, Brenda.
There you are. You'll have a little spanner next to you now.
You are now a Thor, a member
Maybe
of
if
the
I
Thor
did it
brigade.
right. Hasn't come up yet.
You'll have to say something, Brenda. You should get a little.
Ruby says
spanner.
never had one before. We get the very odd one, and then they usually don't last long.
We don't get them as a rule, but I think with the current sort of situation.
Oh look, you're in blue now, Brenda.
You're a spanner.
You're blue. Hello.
You know what I'm like, Brenda. Please don't just ban people for just be gentle with people.
Yes,
I'm not
they
too
can
bothered.
disagree.
They can
We
disagree.
don't
They
mind
can
people
even be
disagreeing,
harsh. They can
yes.
even criticise my beautiful shirt. They can't criticise my beautiful wife.
Now, Adriana says, do I blow dry my hair? I don't do anything. I wash it. That's
Ties
it.
it in a knot.
And ties it in a knot.
Yeah.
I'm very lazy.
Velcros it back onto the top of her head, and she's away.
Goonlove says he needs banning too. We'd never ban you, Gordon.
Gordon, we should probably. No, we don't need lots of people. I'm sure Gordon doesn't need that immense responsibility that Brenda does. I've got the right Brenda. I'm saying it's
Yes,
Brenda. But
good day,
g'day,
Rick.
Rick. How are you, mate?
How are you?
Looks good.
It's another one of the guests in the hotel, a young man who's just been down the pub, I think.
He's been watching the golf.
Been watching the golf, lots of
Apparently.
sport. So we're getting to know the locals here. So I have got in front of me here, as I said, beautiful ciabatta bread, big salad filled,
I watched him making them this morning.
and I need a little bit. So what I'm
Yes.
going to do is I'll slice a little bit off the end here, Michelle, and then you and I can
There you go.
share a little piece, yeah?
Oh, Brenda said she's a mod for another channel. Ooh.
Oh, Brenda. So,
And Eddie says,
tuna.
Eddie said, I just had dinner too. What did you have, Eddie?
Now, I try not to eat too much. I know when we do the live streams. What is that with the blue next to it that comes up?
I've just deleted somebody. I've just put another troll. I have two now. That often happens
I
when,
want more trolls.
but that often happens when we don't advertise it. When we just go live.
Yeah, because I think what happens is you get a geolocation thing goes up. People who are local or just generally there will get them. Google recommend them.
When we sort of schedule it, we don't tend to get that so much. So that is interesting. It's interesting. So Eddie said I had some sort of slow cooked meat and green beans and mashed potatoes. Sounds delicious.
Unlike my lovely ciabatta with queso, ham on. I think a bit of
Mayo, he said.
mayo, yeah,
Lettuce.
very nice.
Oh, Eddie says I think it was turkey or something. You don't know what it was. I take it you didn't cook it then.
Can I eat mango live? Because I'm really,
Only if you cut it up.
yeah.
See,
Okay, the way I eat my mangoes when I'm on the road is I peel them round the centre, and then I peel off the head and the base of the mango, and I just grab it and chew on it because I love eating mangoes that way. I don't know why, just there's nothing better than having mangoes sort of dripping down your hands and arms and
you better get your fork as well.
But the way we should be doing them, if I want to be a little more delicate about it, is I'll just oops, there's no, it's not.
So Eddie said he didn't cook it. And Brenda said she had a bit of warmed up Chinese leftovers.
Oh, we had Chinese yesterday. We found one of the guests here recommended to us. That is not going to go through there.
Is that blood? Is that the only one they've got?
Maybe ask the guys if they've got a knife that's got a bit of an edge on it. You can't cut through the skin of a mango. Juan. Ben, fancy indeed, my friend. Ben. Hey, Juan can't even cut through the skin of a mango. Oh,
It's impossible,
yes.
but we try with new one.
Okay.
Wait a moment.
Okay.
Try again. So yes, you have used it.
Okay, we're going serrated. We're going serrated. So I'm cutting along
Ben,
the sea.
you're
Ben's in.
here.
I think I'll get my knife.
Do you want me to go and get it?
I hate serrated knives for cutting food.
It's making me work today. You'll have to moderate the comments.
Thank you. No, don't worry about it, Michelle.
No? You all right?
I'll work around it.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be good.
I can cut it for you. I can hedgehog it for you.
We're all good. I'm going to...
We're all good.
Got the mango. Going to slice it down.
So somebody
One
says
way.
hi from Japan. I can't read your name, I'm sorry. This is Japanese.
Thank you. Arigato gozaimasu.
And BJ Carbo says you should take the viewers to a grocery store there in Mexico. I live in South Texas and sometimes go to the Mexican grocery store just to get some of the different pastries and hit the taco bar.
Look at that beautiful mango.
That looks like now he's going to get in a mess.
Now I am going to get a mess. Right. What is masked? Nothing?
No. Ben says nice background.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's just saying, Ben, the whole place, the guy who manages this hotel, he keeps it beautifully. It's really lush and green. He's got green fingers and he loves his plants. So Michelle and I feel really at home here. It's like being sort of outback Australia.
So Brenda agrees with BJ. That sounds wonderful. That they want us to take us to the Mexican store. We have to find a good one.
Okay. Well, the other thing is though, I went in to film in a store the other day, just to do a sort of like a wander around, and they told me off. So.
They said no, you can't. But you were a bit obvious.
I was a bit obvious.
Sometimes we don't go in quite so obvious.
Yeah,
He was being a bit obvious.
I'll go a bit more subtle for you.
Stealth. We're getting good at stealth.
But doing live in a store could be interesting. Whether
Maybe.
the sound will be good.
Maybe. Kate Jones said, "Has my favourite YouTubing travellers, cooks, tour guides today. Oh gosh, that sweet fruit, I love it."
This is looking good.
Yes.
This is looking beautiful. So I've taken the little hedgehog off of the skin. Shall try. Tell me what, because we haven't had these big ones. Good ones? Beautiful? Yeah.
Lucky for us, it's mango season.
Oh, look at the mango here.
So we actually ended up at a market yesterday. I think it was yesterday, the day before.
The day before.
And the mangoes were all there. So yes, we bought a few.
Now my preferred way of eating the mango is just straight in the mouth and just chew around it and dribble, but I'm trying to be a bit more refined for you.
I said, you can't do that here. Share it with them. Don't be mean.
Here.
Give them a
Where's
slice.
the camera? Have some.
So
Look at that mango.
Paul in Ireland says, greetings from Ireland,
G'day,
guys.
Paul.
Great to see you live again. Gunlove says, do you watch Harold Border? He does travel vlogs. He's from Norway. He's canny good.
Yes, man. I've watched him. I talked with him at one time as well, some time ago. But yeah, he's good. He's a good fella.
Adriana says, do you still live in a tent?
Yes, it's come out quite nice.
Come up here.
Polished up good.
We're working on the garden. Ben says, Steve, if I end up stealing bananas from my neighbour's garden, it's your fault.
Yes.
Yes,
We've got bananas up in the tree there, Ben.
Yes, I was having a look at the banana tree next to it, and it had a new leaf coming, and it's all rolled up tightly, waiting to pop out.
So, the mango is so good, guys.
Eddie says, chomp. I know we're chomp, chomp, chomp. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. No, they won't hear the mic's way down.
And Sneha says, hi from India, Michelle. I love your glasses. What a pretty colour. Thank you. Thought I'd go for a bit of colour this time.
And I'm thinking maybe if I can utilise the kitchen here in the hotel, I might be able to get them to let me do a little bit of cooking and maybe, hang on, you guys will want to see that. No, I'm not doing it publicly.
No. It's
I'm not doing it publicly. It's just
it's
a
not
thing.
A kitchen that's...
No, it's not that sort of place.
But you can't really get into it.
But I might do cook them some mango sticky rice.
Yes.
That'd be kind
Cheeky
of nice.
Ben, not my 50th pair of glasses. Steve's got lots of glasses. I've got 2.
Yes. You tell her like it is, Ben.
And Brenda says, a very posh tent, Andriana, kind of a TARDIS is inside. Absolutely. Yeah. We just pack it up small, and then it just creates to this. So we've got tables and chairs and blunt knives.
Yeah, so you can do a mango. You can do a mango with a blunt bread knife, but it's not ideal. But mango needs just a
It doesn't need
good
much, does it?
edge.
Look, it's dripping this. This would be a real
literally.
drippy one. Over the sink eating, I reckon.
You can just sort of feel the knife touching the back of your hand. You don't push too hard.
See, I do it like this and then I scoop it out with a spoon.
Yeah, I'm just doing it.
It's just being delicate.
All we've got left is a little slither of mango.
Might have to chomp on that.
I'll tell you what.
So Bloomer says, hi Steph, this is amazing. That egg coffee video should try at home.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
the egg coffee. That is really nice.
There's a little coffee guy, like a professional coffee roaster, very near to where we are now, and I'm going to go and film with him. Maybe we could make egg coffee there.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Introduce them to Vietnamese egg coffee.
Yeah.
Maybe that could make a
We
video.
could maybe go live there. We'll have to check it
Yeah.
out. We'll have to go and have a little chat with him.
with what's the word I'm looking for? Coffee beans from Chiapas.
Yes, yes.
So got all the.
It's a great store because he's roasting. You can smell all the coffee. We were tasting all the beans, weren't we?
We were.
So Goonlove says 11 p.m. here in cold Northumberland, and Ben says 7 p.m. in warm Barbados. Well, I'll say 5 p.m. in Merida.
Very warm. Very warm. Mexico, Merida.
So Bloomer says
just
mango
let's get-
classic. I think that's your hedgehog that you were doing, is it?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna take that off. I'm making a right mess on this table. There you go.
Yeah, never mind.
I'm gonna go for the
stone.
seed, the stone.
So Neurodrift says, hey guys, hope your time in Mexico is going well. Mangoes are bomb. They are delicious. Absolutely delicious.
My all-time favourite fruit.
So Sneha said 4:30 a.m. in India.
I'm not wasting it.
So Ben says, I got my coffee machine from the UK, Steve. So happy now.
Good for
Cool.
you, man. What machine did you have? I hope it's a good Australian Breville machine. Fly the flag.
And Brenda says 6:02 in Northwest Florida.
Let me treat Michelle. She'll be.
Bloomer says 12 a.m. in Sweden.
Sorry, it was a bit big. Beautiful. Mangoes are good.
And Kurt says 6 p.m. in Detroit. Well, you're all over the place, you guys, aren't you?
The mango, by the way, 23 pesos a kilo.
The big ones. The
yeah.
big ones were
12.
12.
So what is that? 23 pesos a kilo. What is that in?
Somebody work it out. So Andriana said 7:30 in St. Croix. Now we were talking about St. Croix, weren't we? Isn't that in the
Virgin
US Virgin Islands?
Possibly. Up near you, Ben.
Arthur says, hi guys, 4 p.m. in Los Angeles. And Goonlove says, when's your next juggle vid up, guys? Wednesday.
Gordon, I'm trying to do them every Wednesday and Friday. I can just about cope with the editing load for that, so I'm trying to put them up every Wednesday and Friday. Is that working out all right for you? So we've demolished
Sure,
that
Bob.
mango down to nothing. I want a little more of this sandwich, so I'm just going to.
the table.
I won't go to the table.
Now the knive's a little bit sharper.
Okay.
So Andriana says yes, so obviously we got that right about the US Virgin Islands. Goonlove says, love watching
And
them.
Diana, we have a guest here from the US Virgin Islands,
We have.
St. John,
So, Thomas,
St. Thomas.
I think.
That's not his name.
No.
We haven't got St. Thomas here from the US Virgin Islands.
Brenda said, did the clocks go forward in Mexico? No, but we moved time zones.
Yes.
Not that we knew for a couple of days, but yes, we moved time. Merida is a different time zone to Cancun, apparently. 1 hour. So Bloomer says, all good. 12 midnight in Sweden. Andriana says it's an island in
Hello.
the Caribbean Sea. Absolutely.
It is.
And Ben says it's Sage. I don't think it's Australian. It's good though. It's an espresso machine. Sorry.
Sage is actually Australian. Sage is
It's
Breville. It's made by Breville.
Don't tell them.
It's rebranded. as Sage in the UK, but it's made by Breville
Yeah.
Australia.
So Andriana says, I'm from St Thomas but live in St Croix. There you go then.
St Croix is the big island.
The big one. Apparently we were talking about it and learning all about it this morning, so that's quite funny, isn't
Yeah,
it?
quite lucky. You've managed to reinforce my geography of the American Virgin Islands. And they're right next door to the British Virgin Islands as well, which are just like, there's a border, you can't cross at the moment between the borders apparently.
So Bloomer says, subs and thumbs up here already. See you around, lovely couples. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And Goonlove says, I need some sunshine soon. Oh, we'll send you some. We don't need it all.
Come over here, Gordon.
No, I'm happy to send some if he wants some. It might not arrive, but I'll send it. So Sneha says, which has been your favourite country of all the countries you've travelled so far, and how do you rate Turkey on a scale of 1 to 10?
Excuse me, just got some water.
It's hard to choose a favourite country. I will say that.
No, I always say the same. My favourite country is Mexico.
It's the one we're in at the
It's
time.
always the one we're in.
Yeah.
And Turkey was on 1 to 10 is a 10. I mean, it's a beautiful place. But everything has its highs and its lows. So, you know, everything has its highlights and its lowlights. Will always be a 10. Pretty much everywhere we go is a 10.
I was going to say, there's never really anywhere we go that is not a 10, because we try and find the good little snippets. If we're not particularly enjoying something, we just change direction a little bit, and then we'll find something that we do enjoy.
Yeah, and we had an unusual time in Turkey because it was complete lockdown for many of the stages, and we had some sort of negative experiences.
But we met great
Some
people.
positive experiences. We've got some great friends now, and we've got some people that were not so good in Turkey. So it's absolutely, it's a lovely country.
Yeah.
The
And I
food
would
is
go back,
amazing.
so,
The weather
yeah.
is really quite nice. It gets a little bit hot like it does here.
And it gets a little bit cold in this
But right now, the only country I'm thinking about is Mexico.
Absolutely.
So we often talk about our walk, obviously, in Scotland and England, because that's still fresh in our memories. And we sometimes talk about other walks that we'd like to do, like the Camino de Santiago in Spain, but we've always wanted to go hiking in Japan as well.
I was looking at that
So
the other day.
there's a number of other places that still have fond memories for us. But yeah, does that
We're here at the
help?
minute. We're here. So Gunnar says thumbs up too. Thank you. Everybody else hit that thumbs up.
Thank you. I'm a little bit sticky. I'm just
You're
going
gonna go and
to
have a wash?
de-stick just a second.
And
Ask
Brent-
Michelle some questions.
Brenda says that she'd heard the government is trying to ban time changes in the USA to keep times the same all year round. Well, I think that makes sense. I'm not a big fan of this changing the clocks backwards and forwards. It's confusing for everybody, and I don't really think it achieves an awful lot at the moment. I think it used to be for the farmers so that they get sort of the longer daylight hours, but just keep it the same. That's what I reckon.
That's what Michelle reckons. There you go.
Do you know what I was talking about?
Yeah, Michelle and I, we're
think the
two
same.
peas in the pod, really, in many respects. So we often have the same opinions about things. So whatever she said.
And Ben said, I didn't realise Sage was Australian. I've had it several years. It's never let me down. Excellent product.
Aussie product, mate.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah, can't go wrong.
I think I don't know if Sage is the one that
It's Heston.
Heston
Yeah, endorses.
And I think that's how it came about, because they asked, they were looking for us. It's completely 100% Breville. Even the Breville models are identical in every way. So I don't know the backstory. I'd be guessing.
It's different marketing in different countries, isn't it? They sometimes will market it slightly different.
I think they have another brand in Europe that's a different name again, and yet the models are identical. And actually, the guy who's got the coffee shop just near us here has got 2 Breville coffee machines on the go in his shop. So that's kind of a good indication of how good quality the Brevilles are.
So
And no sponsorship. I'm just saying it as it is.
Al4N says hello, and Eddie says, lol, I'm okay with daylight savings time. It's just like a mild case of jet lag.
Yeah, I personally, I I struggle to understand the logic behind daylight saving. I mean, it seems a bit outdated and.
Greenlove says, I thought it was only the UK that did the clock back forward stuff, Greenwich Mean Time. We do it in Australia as well,
We do it
but
in
only
Australia.
some states.
But some places it kind of works, and some places it makes no sense. In Australia, it makes no sense at all.
No.
All it does is really sort of plunge you in from one sort of waking up in the middle of the dark. It was done originally, they say. Actually, it's fairly recent. I think the history of daylight saving was something that happened during the Second or First World War. I think they did it to do with. I'm not sure if it was done by one of the European countries and the British copied it, or the British did it and other countries. I think it actually was copied by Britain from from Germany.
I think so.
And they all said, "Oh, we'll give that a go." So it's literally just about
let's try that.
barely 100 years old. And they said, "Oh, we'll give that a go." But it's never. It was meant to be a temporary thing in the first place, and it was never meant to stay around. But for some reason, it has. So the fact that the government think that we're not bright enough to work out when it's getting darker or lighter.
As Goonlev says, was it not for farmers? Well, I always thought that was the case.
I don't think it was.
We
Gordon.
researched
I
it
think
online.
if you look at it historically, I think it was more to do with wartime Europe. I could be wrong. No, I can't be wrong.
And Arthur said, did you know all of China is one time zone? Hi, Arthur. That makes sense.
G'day, Arthur. I mean, most places generally are, although it doesn't make a lot of sense in China because it's such a broad country, and it does mean that I think some places are sort of. Is it correct, by the way? I've heard that before, but I've never actually looked into it.
Have we checked it?
Haven't checked it. No.
Yeah, because when the country's big, sometimes you do actually go across.
Yeah.
Like in the US, you go across different time zones.
Not when they're
obviously
narrow
Mexico.
and long, and they have a similar sort of time zone. But when, like in the US and Mexico, where it's very broad, I think there's about 5 different time zones in Mexico and the US.
It's like when you go across Australia, because Perth is different to us.
Oh yeah, you couldn't have the same. You couldn't have, but the daylight saving thing's just silly beyond. There is no good reasoning behind it.
So Ben's saying Queensland, Northern Territory and Western Australia and Christmas Island don't observe daylight saving. I know some of them don't.
That's right, and when we lived up in Queensland, there was no daylight saving. It made no difference at all to anybody. If farmers get up with the sun, go down with the sun, it made no difference at all. And we had that for some years when we lived up in Queensland. And to go back down to Melbourne, where they started actually giving us the daylight saving, it was just like a complete pain in the backside, to be honest. You do get used to it, and your phones now automatically update themselves. It's no big deal. But we don't really need that kick in the teeth that sort of suddenly you're waking up in the dark and then you're waking up in the light. Actually, it's generally the other way around, I think.
So Arthur says all of China observes the same time zone, which is UTC plus 8.
Okay, cool.
There you go.
Well, that actually maybe not the sensiblest thing to do. I mean, I don't mind the messing around with the time zones because from east to west can make quite a bit of difference.
That's like saying that Australia and the UK could be on the same time zone, isn't it?
It kind of is, and it would be like saying Perth and Melbourne would be on the same zone.
That wouldn't make sense at all.
To hell with Perth that they're waking up at sort of 3 o'clock in the morning to
We'll do it
sunlight
to suit Melbourne.
and having to go to bed, because it's like pitch black at sort of 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, that's not something that we should. That's not something we should emulate. So what else has been going on, Michelle? Not a lot, really. It's been editing. We're really enjoying looking back at the Big Walk videos and remembering all the traumas.
And all the wet.
It does get better.
It does get better. But then other things coming along, don't they? So the weather.
So there's one I've been just working on at the moment, which is the big storms. It's when we were locked into a lock where we couldn't leave the lock for sort of 24 hours because the weather was literally so bad. And editing that's been quite interesting. And there are big chunks where I didn't film, maybe because, I can't always be sure why we didn't film. Sometimes I think it's because batteries were low.
I think it was power, and then sometimes we would
so
either
missing sections, or like when we were walking up to the lock, I think we just stopped filming because it was just so
wet,
awful.
Well, you couldn't get the camera out, even though the cameras are waterproof. It was just blowing a hoolie, wasn't it?
That was really, really bad. And but I'm surprised in many ways I didn't just get it out. But I think mentally you're not, you imagine, right, you're walking along, you're getting hammered in the face and the wind's coming in straight into your face. It's great strength, you're getting pummeled with rain. How many of us would say, oh, here's a nice time to take an Instagram moment? So there are periods, sadly in Scotland, sometimes they can be whole days where you barely felt like filming.
Well, also, when you turn up at a camp spot, you find the camp spot. Yes, we found one. That's great. You've got to set up camp, and by the time you've done all that and eaten,
and somebody said to me the other day they're loving the series, but they would like to have seen the rock up to the camp spot. Well, we don't, walking up to the camp spot that we stayed in. And I'm with respect, I just sort of said to them, look, it's not that easy, because you can be looking for a camp spot for 3 hours and longer in some respects, so you can't just film that. You don't know when it's going to come around. You'll come around a corner and maybe at 3 in the afternoon and hit a perfect camp spot.
And then you're thinking, have we walked enough? Should we stay?
Maybe we should stop.
Quite often we didn't stop, did we? We carried on and regretted it.
So, but it's all coming. I think over the series of about 7,000 episodes, we will. Most things will get covered.
We were talking about scheduling, and he said, I can see them all, like, how far we're scheduled up to. I said, yeah, till 2026.
Yeah.
Anyway, private little joke there.
You had to be there.
Goonlove says, is it true Coca-Cola in Mexico is nicer than the UK?
Yes, it is.
Eddie says Mexican Cokes are made with pure cane sugar rather than the processed stuff.
I think the UK's might be made with cane sugar. I'm not sure,
Okay.
but there's something about drinking Coca-Cola out of a glass bottle.
That's why he's saying that.
I don't drink a lot of Coca-Cola, but I went to the store the other day to get a bottle of Coke. And I don't like any of that nonsense, low fat, zero
low caffeine, no
junk.
this.
It's going to make us all sort of senile and sick. I just like pure Coca-Cola. But I went to the store the other day, and they charge a 10 pesos deposit on the bottle. So I sort of went and sat in the park and did a little bit of sort of catch up on some things. Had a lovely cool Coca-Cola. I just love it in the glass bottles.
Yeah, so Eddie says, by personal experience, drinking sodas with pure cane sugar is much better than the stuff you get in plastic bottles or in the US in general. And hi, Damon, Nina the ambulance campers here.
Hey, Damon. So yeah, we get Coca-Colas here in the plastic bottles as well, but I'm kind of not a big fan. I want to enjoy that glass bottle. I can tell you this now. Glass bottle Coke, it just tastes better.
Even I don't drink Coke at all really, but I've had a couple in the glass bottles and they do taste good.
Better, and the Coke here generally in Mexico is better quality as well. As you say, the sugars I think are better, the recipes are older. I said to my daughter the other day, they use the older recipes. She said, oh, what, you mean they still have cocaine in it? Which they did have in the early versions of Coca-Cola. I said, no, not quite that original.
Not that old. Eddie says, have you seen any good storms lately? Only on our edits.
I saw a good storm on the edit just the other day. The rain was just when we were stuck by Loch and just past Loch Oiki in Oik.
Loch Lagon.
The rain was constantly just coming sideways.
Yeah.
It never landed. I think it went all the way up to sort of John O'Groats and maybe sort of went over the cliff because it just seemed to be constantly coming down into our faces. So we've seen a few storms, but generally.
Yeah, it was funny because a couple of people were talking about how the weather was so bad, and we thought they were referring to the weather that had been, but I think they were referring to the weather that was going to come.
Yeah, because
we didn't know anything about it.
We met that young couple. There was a couple of young girls. I did film a tiny clip, but I didn't really get it into the video. But I remember it well because the girls had come up from south of England and were walking, and they basically it's the Pineapple Man. It's Carmen Miranda. And they were giving up. They basically said, no,
they said the weather's too bad, but I think they were talking about the weather.
And we thought we meant the weather that was behind us, but it was actually the weather that was just about to hit us. So they were right to stop, but Michelle and I didn't have that option. We didn't have the option to just give up. It's not in our genetics, I think.
So Quentin said they still use cocoa leaves to flavour it if they take out the stimulant.
Yeah, I don't think the hotel has the glass bottles, otherwise I'd get one.
No,
I
don't
think they've
so.
got the plastic bottle ones.
It's all to do with the deposit. It's all to do with the little refund
Yeah,
thing,
because
isn't
with
it?
the glass bottles, you've got to give a deposit on the bottle and return them, which is a beautiful thing. I always remember in Germany they always had that for forever. Since I was a child in Germany, they've had a fan on the bottles. And what happens?
Everyone's asking if the camera's out of focus. Brenda and Ben. I know Ben says it's okay. Brenda's asking. Oh no, it's just corrected itself. That's okay then.
Okay.
It looks okay on mine.
I haven't got a little cloth to wipe the.
No, but I think it's okay. That's got crumbs.
It's okay.
Just make a huge mess of the table.
A little wipe.
Brenda said it's just corrected itself. So maybe it was just a little glitch there.
Sorry about that, Russ. Just get a little polish. I normally remember to put a little polish over the eye just to clarify it and get it nice.
So Damon and Nina says, definitely remember Coke tasting completely different from the pubs in glass bottles when I was a kid.
It does taste different as well.
Damon.
Oh, Damon. Damon.
Yeah. See, I get told off by saying now
because-
Damon, and then I've got to say it's Nina because his name is Nina. So it's like
Well,
when
we
I
know.
call Gordon Goonlove, you
Yeah,
see.
we
and-
know. Sorry, we do know. If you get confused when we say a name like Gordon or Damon, nothing I can do about it. So yes, Damon. You remember the little glass bottles? They were always good. And here they've got all the Fanta, the Sprite, everything, and it's like demi-litre.
Yeah,
It's half a litre.
you've got little bottles, medium bottles, next size bottles. They're all the different sizes.
Medio litre.
Chico. I don't know. Good evening, Eric. Good to see you in.
Good day, Eric.
Kurt said, how good is your Spanish?
Muy bien. I don't know. Like Spanish.
And do you speak English?
Know all the words beginning with hashtag, and all. If you look in the British dictionary or sort of Oxford English dictionary, so anything with the hashtag, I know all those, but pretty much from A through to Z, struggle with those.
Yeah,
struggle
we
with
just
those.
about get a good day out of
But
everyone.
we're doing good.
So Ben says, okay, the regulars know the inside names, Steve. That's good.
That's all good.
It's
Melon, pineapple,
got
big
watermelon today. Eddie said, my first experience with glass bottle sodas was living in Nigeria. They use pure sugar rather than
Pure shame
processed.
sugar.
And
That's a
in
good-
glass, it was so nice, I was hooked from then on.
Yes, shame sugar. That's not a bad name for sugar.
Shame sugar.
Because no
shame.
sugar is good for us, is it? Really, I mean, no sugar is good. And I wouldn't have more than one or two Pepsi, Coca-Colas, and let's keep it fair. Pepsi and Coca-Cola, they're both in bottles here, and they both taste great. I wouldn't have more than a couple in a week.
No, for sure. So DJ Me says, he said hello and he's retracted it because a slight spelling mistake, but that's Gary in Cambridge says hi and good
Gary,
to see
man.
you.
How
Good
are
to
you?
catch you, he says.
And Gary, you said you were enjoying the big walks and you enjoyed them last year. You're welcome, mate. I think the views are quite low on the videos, but I don't mind. And it's the main thing is the people that are watching it are all good friends. I know I don't know you all personally, but it feels like we know you all personally. So.
And they'll be up there, so if anybody plans on doing that walk, they can see what it's going to be like. And maybe think not twice.
Yeah, I thought when I started editing, I thought, who's going to watch this? They're so sort of rough and kind of like continually just sort of grumbling about the walk. And then I looked at a few other walk videos, and I thought, well, this is actually really the most accurate hike from John O'Groats to Land's End that I've seen. It really kind of is quite gritty and real. We're not trying to flower it up.
Because we didn't do much research or anything like that, but we did try to look for a few YouTube videos just to see occasionally, and you get the odd little bit, maybe of a little section.
Yeah, because people are always trying to add the soft drone shot in. I think when people film, even if they're sort of younger or older, they're doing this walk, they're always trying to.
You can try.
See?
Yeah, see? Yeah. Oh, let's put the spotlight on.
You can speak Martin. Sí, no, gracias.
No. So,
Sí, Spanish fluent. Hashtag sí. Hashtag gracias.
No. So DJ Me said yes, the walk videos are great.
So yeah, I think whether it's younger couples, older couples, they want to do the walk. They eventually try to chuck in something a little bit. They try to make the walk look a little more glamorous than it actually is. There's a lot of comments on the big ones there, Michelle, so keep an eye on them.
They're not on mine yet.
So a lot of those So what we're trying to do really is to keep it a lot more as it was, you know.
Yes, so as Gary says, DJ Me says, such a big highlight of 2020. I thought it was a great memory of a difficult year. And Goon Love says, love the war vids of the walk, no sugar-coated stuff. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You get it as it is.
It's like when we were in Sapa in Vietnam, and I'd done all the research for travelling to Sapa, and I went and looked at like 20 videos or 30 videos of people that had been there, and everything was sort of like hill tribes walking gently at slow motion past the camera. There was always like
Actually looked a really
drone
good place
shots
to
of
go.
this beautiful green mountain, lush mountainside. We arrived in Sapa. There's construction and dirt and dust, and there's babies begging on the street, and there's people
horrendous.
trying to steal stuff out of your pockets, and it was just like an absolute nightmare. Worst city I've been to, bar none, and that's saying quite a lot, really. Sapa was awful, and yet nobody on YouTube was really showing it as it was. And I said to Michelle when we got there, I said, I think that's almost a turning point from now on.
That's it.
Not that we didn't do it already, I think, but I said we're showing it as it is. So I showed Sapa in its awful
its glory.
reality. And probably not even in its reality, because the fact is you can't always capture on the camera the detritus that you're walking through when you're trying to go, and that's all right also. I don't even mind that, because India was full of detritus.
Yeah.
Lots of streets were, but they had still some charm, some things, where Sapa had nothing.
No.
It was just absolutely a complete tourist rip-off hell. And
There's Ben says, I think the name you're looking for, Steve, is fake YouTubers. That's what those people are, lol. And then he says, well, I rest my case, because you've then gone on to talk about Sapa.
yeah,
They're not fake. They just want
some
to,
of them are my friends, and
they just
I know
want to
what they're
produce sort of beautiful videos,
Yeah.
and they think they're more watchable, which to some people they are, but we like to just see it as it is.
And there are some guys I know who do some quite genuinely real stuff, but also still try to manipulate a bit, because when we went to Porto Escondido and that was so disappointing, because it looked like a tropical paradise, but it was actually just a horrible sort of bedraggled.
They actually didn't. They didn't show anything that wasn't there, but they only showed that bit that was nice. As soon as you turn the camera that way...
If you turn the camera to the one chap on the street who's selling sort of tacos, and you just cut it in nice and tight, it doesn't sort of show to the side that there's just like whatever nonsense going on.
As Ben says, it's misleading, and it makes people visit these places and then realise it's something completely different.
Yeah, if you want to go anywhere in the world that Michelle and I have been, whether it's Japan or South Korea or China or Vietnam or anywhere like that, check out our videos. There's hundreds of places, dozens of countries. You'll get a real sort of feel for what the countries are like.
Goonlove says, I like no nonsense videos.
That's what you hear. That's what you
get from us.
I should do. It's also because I'm probably really lazy at getting the drone up and doing stuff.
Well, just talking about the drone, you did a very good little job on the drone the other day, didn't you?
I had to fix it. My drone is a Mavic Pro, and the camera just stopped working. So I did a little bit of research, because it was basically a write-off, and I found a way of actually fixing the camera. So I had to order some parts, which we got delivered here, and managed to strip the thing right the way down, take the shell off, take the camera off, and fix it. And everybody here was kind of like impressed.
All over the table. But you fixed it and it works.
It's working.
Yes.
So
doesn't mean we'll be doing more drone footage, but it's working.
Oh well, I'll get some in this town.
We will. So Eddie says, seeing many places in Africa really showed the contrast between the wealth levels in many countries there. Well, you get that actually quite all over the world, the disparity between.
Oh, hugely
wealth,
so. I don't think Africa's any different than anywhere else in that respect. And we've lived in quite a few countries. We've lived in Hong Kong, we've travelled a lot in China, we've lived in Sri Lanka, we've lived in Europe, we've lived in different parts of the world. So we kind of have seen, and there is a great deal of disparity between the wealth in these countries. I always remember, here's a story. Here we go. You're going to get 38, count them. 3, 4.
It could be a while.
6.
Should be counting in Spanish.
7, 8. 9.
It's a bit slow today.
10. Okay, you want to count for me? It's the church. I'm
It's
afraid
just
they
at the
can be
end.
up to about 30,
Yeah.
30, but you can count them. And then at the end, you're going to notice something.
Yeah.
I wonder if anyone from this region can recognise
Oh, maybe.
what happens.
Yeah, maybe.
Because it's not like any church bells that I've come across anywhere else in the world. I don't even remember this. No, I don't remember this anywhere particularly, but it seems to be quite either a Merida thing.
Why so many chimes?
Well, one for every one of you watching with us today.
Huh? Wait for it.
Okay, so now what you've got to imagine, you've got a guy in his cassock,
Yep.
long cassock robe with this nice little belt tied on the side. He's on the side of the church, he's been pulling with him.
He's walked the other side.
He's just run around the other side of the church, sort of elegantly,
Oh,
and he's done one
What?
thing on the other side.
sometimes we get more than one. It's Sunday as well, so we've had a few
Yeah.
throughout the day today.
For us it's Sunday, for
yeah.
a lot of you it's
Monday.
Sunday, probably some of you it's Monday.
Yeah, Australia's Monday.
So what were we talking about
Well,
before that?
Ben said, where did you have to order the parts from, Steve?
I got them off of Amazon, Ben, so I was lucky. I managed to get the parts, and it's a ribbon cable that had split, and you had to take virtually the whole drone apart to get to it. Big truck. You had to take the whole drone apart, and then this ribbon sort of like wound its way around the gimbal and the camera. So it's really a bit of a Rubik's Cube to put it back together. But when I put it back together, switched it on, bang, the camera was working. So I'm happy. And we will get some drone footage here in Mexico. But I like drone footage, but I don't like videos that just got.
They've got to have some relevance as to why there's sort of suddenly there's drone footage, you know, just to sort of...
Yeah, any creators out there that are watching, which occasionally we do get a few creators, I think, that watch. When you're doing drone, if you're going on like I'm doing now about, drone footage or repairing a drone, stick your drone footage up while you're talking. Don't wait until the end of a long sentence and then put drone footage up with some music, because it's boring as bat poo. And
yeah, you can chat over it and show some
Yeah.
beautiful footage, but have some conversation.
Yeah, just do it.
I'll just listen to the noises around.
yes, if you're having a nice monologue or talking about something, that's when to put your drone footage up, so it just sort of gives people a break rather than just putting up when it gets that or I skip forward.
So hello, Sam says hello from New Zealand.
G'day, mate.
Yeah, and Eric, oops, sorry, that one. Eric says, did you know that the Mexico drink more Coke products than the United States, UK and China combined? Loving the walk, I call it keeping the
So
real
tomorrow
serious.
night,
Yes, Rick.
Yes, Rick.
You're
what
on.
is that?
You're on.
It's our mango.
That's a dead possum.
A dead possum?
Yeah.
No, it's our mango.
Looks a little different than a possum.
No, it's they're orange. The possums here.
Excuse us.
No, but seriously, what is that?
Mango skin.
Oh, it's the skin. It doesn't look like the skin.
Yes, man. I don't want to touch it again. They're so sticky.
We're going to clear it all up in a moment. We're just having a chat.
I'm going to put it outside your bedroom.
What are you saying, man? You're
So
lying.
mañana,
See?
Yeah.
I'd like to take you two for dinner,
Oh,
Oh,
gracias.
okay? And we'll go somewhere that's good.
Okay, man.
cool. Thank you.
And then we'll have some vino if you like vino,
See?
or beer, or whatever.
This is my best buddy, Rick. I've got a lot of Rick buddies. Here he is. Let's say hello, Rick, to the
Oh,
world.
don't show me. I mean, I've been a criminal all my
He's
life.
hiding.
No, I'm only.
He's hiding.
He's not kidding. He's not kidding. We've been punked by our good friend
That's
Rick.
very cool, though. I love the fact that you guys blog where you've been and what you do,
Yeah.
because it's interesting for other people that haven't been here.
Well, we hope so.
And I wouldn't mind doing it,
Yeah.
but I'm horrible on a computer.
Yeah. Well, you don't look too good on camera
And to
either,
me,
mate.
I mean,
Look at the
I
screen.
look better
You-
than I type.
you're a very, very attractive man. So I can
Oh, you
see-
say that?
Yeah, I believe that.
Well, I've always thought that.
Yeah, well, I
I
think a
always
lot
tell
of
all
people-
my friends, I'm way better looking than all of you.
Well, I heard that from you, I think. So,
Oh, God, don't tell me you heard that.
yeah, no, I heard that from you. So I feel that maybe I've been influenced somewhat.
Well, it's a good influence.
Yeah. Because when I first met you, of course, I didn't think you were attractive. But once you
What the
told
fuck's
me,
the matter with
oh,
you?
careful.
Excuse my language. But what the fuck's the matter with you, right? I mean, do you need glasses?
No, but I needed reassurance, and once you told me how good looking you were, I realized it. Mind you, I couldn't understand a word you were saying because you had that blasted mask on your face.
Well, I can always assure you that I have no problem with my self-confidence.
No.
As a matter of fact, I'm way too self-confident. And I tell people, I'm way better looking than I probably am, but you know what? I don't care.
No, I feel that we're somewhat related in that respect.
Absolutely. I think you're my brother.
Yeah, because you're almost as
And
good looking as me.
You're not my sister,
No,
but
I can't be your sister if I'm his wife.
I have a friend of
Could
mine,
get-
and I wanted to tell you this. I have a friend of mine who's married to a woman that has the exact same look as you do.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you go then.
there you go.
Very good looking woman.
Thank you, Rick.
No, she is. She's a very good looking woman. And it's like, and I'm not kidding you. You have the same nose, you have the same lips, you have the same, from the nose down, you look
Nothing I can
exactly
do.
alike.
Well, there you go. And I haven't got a sister.
You don't have a sister?
No, I have brothers.
Ben,
Well,
why are you
everybody
attracting-
says
why
they
are you
have-
attracting-
they
I have
have
a doppelganger.
Yeah. And I feel sorry for the guy that's the same as me. But, you know, it is what it is.
Thank you, man.
All the men in my family look alike,
Right.
very alike. But I always tell them, well,
You ask your questions while
I'm the
resolving.
best
You're the
looking
best.
and you're a little
They'll
down.
they'll
Yeah,
say
a
nothing
little
of
bit
any
less.
sense.
Yeah,
Little
you're
bit less.
totally less.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what kind of food do you like? And I'll take a look and we'll see.
Well, I think we'll have a chat about that after live stream with all my friends around the world, and we can have a chat. What do you
Are you
like, man?
talking to people around the
Yeah,
We
world?
are,
yeah.
yes.
Oh my God.
And well,
Sorry,
and there's a lady.
I'm from Istanbul.
There's a lady from Saint Croix.
Yes.
Somewhere?
Saint Croix.
Saint Croix.
Where's that? St. Croix?
Croix.
And I like St. Croix. What do you look like? I mean, maybe we can date.
Oh dear, now we go.
Is that her? No, that's
No,
you.
that's me.
What do you like, Rick? You're a public celebrity now. They're all going to love you.
Yes, they are.
Apart from when you
I have to
Yeah.
tell
when you
you
used
that
inappropriate language.
you
show.
like me.
To tell me that people like you you told me how good looking you are. I think you probably.
No, I don't have a
you're-
problem with
you're
telling you
right.
how good looking I am. I mean, I truly believe that. Because nobody else does.
Don't block me. I keep coming back. Adam. That's fine, man.
Yes.
But I'm not bad looking.
Oh, you're a very handsome man. But I mean, for 32, I think you're starting to age a little. Do you think?
For 32,
Yeah,
I'm 69.
Oh, there we go.
I'm 69 years old. I think I look pretty good for
You
69.
look very good for 69.
I mean, how old would you think I was if you met me?
Oh, I don't do
70?
I would say 69.
Oh, you asshole.
I would have. That's just where I would have gone.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Well, as long as it's only 69, because I've had a lot of problems in my life, I probably look more like I'm 90.
You look good, man. You look
do
good,
look
and you've
good.
got a great head of hair as well. which-
I have, the best thing I have,
Yeah,
I have good hair.
Yeah.
yeah. That's probably where it stops, though. I think.
Probably what?
That's probably where it stops, though. I mean, the hair.
What the fuck's the matter with you? What the hell's the matter with you, for Christ's sake? I have the best hair. That's what attracts women to me. And they all go, oh, you have good hair. And I went, yeah.
I am live.
Yes.
Sorry.
That's
That's
okay.
all right.
Yes.
Sorry for my swearing.
His indiscretions. This is
But
why
it-
this is why we love Merida. 'Cause
But
all the great
it's,
people are here.
it needs to say, I need to say what
If
I
could
say.
film him now. He's
And
talking
if
to the
it,
camera.
if it is swearing,
The microphone's
It's
over
all
here.
so is this the microphone?
Yes,
Yes.
it is. Yeah, don't you touch
Okay,
that.
so
No,
put that away.
Yes, we're
And
moving
you,
that.
I don't need that
Yes.
near you.
So tomorrow we'll go have a really good meal with some wine and
Thank you.
whatever.
Will do.
I'm happy to do that.
It's
That
fun to
sounds
go
like a
somewhere
good
with you, man.
plan,
You
yes.
can choose. We are so
No,
flexible.
I don't want to choose.
Okay.
I eat anything.
As do we.
Yeah.
And so, if you tell me you want Italian or you want Mexican or you want whatever, I'll look up where the good places are,
Yeah.
and we'll go from there.
I know a lovely little place in Sicily that we.
What
Yeah.
the hell's that?
Yes,
Sicily.
in Sicily. Sicily and Italy. We can just go to the restaurant in Sicily.
Sicilia.
You know what? I used to have a jet.
Thank you.
So if you met me like 3 years ago and said you wanted to go to Sicily, we could go.
I know.
Sicily is great.
Oh, yeah.
I like the Amalfi Coast.
Yes.
Best food ever.
Yeah.
Now, I have to interrupt you because we've got a lot of questions here, and we've got
About
to.
me?
Not
No,
about
no,
you.
no.
Hopefully
Not
not.
about you, but we have to address them.
Go for it.
All right.
I will do. Now I've got to go all the way back.
So, why is the messages being deleted, Ben? Is that somebody being
I
a bit of
think
a
we've
bit
got
of
a
a mama?
bit of a troll in there.
Yeah,
let's
it's
Just tell them I apologize.
okay.
That's okay.
I just passed that on from. It's okay.
Yeah.
You're good.
Doesn't matter.
We would
I
have.
don't
We would
really
have.
give a shit.
We used to having eccentrics on our. On
No,
our
but I don't give a
highway.
shit whatever I think. I don't care. You know, it's like, that's me.
How did the golf go? How did the golf go?
I lost 400 pesos.
Okay. All right. That's
But
why,
I was close.
That's why he's so jolly.
No, I don't care. I mean, like, that's just a fun day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was close.
Well, somebody's
Close
got.
is better than not close,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
So, this is our other good friend Rick. We got a couple of really
Yes,
good friends
we've got
called
good
Rick.
friends called Rick. It's a good name.
We're gonna tell him to bugger off now so we can get on and finish you what we started.
Oh, hang on.
I'm perfect in every way.
He is as well. He's a lovely.
I like that little rig though, where you can hold it up and stuff.
Yeah,
That's
it's
good.
nice.
He does his job.
So I'm gonna go downtown and have some dinner,
Okay.
Okay, man.
and mañana,
Mañana, we will have a think and we'll talk about it.
let's meet in the afternoon, decide where we're gonna go,
Cool.
and then you guys do whatever you want, and then we'll meet there.
Yeah.
Cool.
And we'll practice our Spanish because we're, mañana.
I don't speak Spanish.
No,
We do.
not.
That's great for you, it doesn't help me out a bit.
No. But you've got Google Translate now, so you can sort of work,
You know, I've done that like 3 times today.
Rick is loving Google Translate. He said to me the other day, a couple of days ago, he said, "Oh, that'd be great if there was an app that would translate everything." I said, "There is," and showed it, and he loves it. He's been like
Well,
reading.
but tell them that I thought I was the inventor.
Yeah, Rick
came up with this great
feels
idea.
he's invented it.
Yeah.
He literally described it. Here we go again.
There we go again. It's Sunday,
He
told you.
described it turn for turn, and then I said to him, "It's already done, Rick."
But I did invent inline skates,
Okay.
but I never did anything with it. And a week later, somebody got the deal.
Yeah.
Who would take 4 perfectly good rollers off the corners of nice skates and put them in one line? Who would do that?
Because I couldn't skate with the others. And I couldn't skate with all of them in line either.
Yeah, the bells are going.
Yes.
Bells,
The bells.
But the bells were good this morning. They didn't start till like 8 o'clock.
Yeah, they were a bit
No.
later. It's Sunday.
It's Sunday though.
But I would think it's Sunday they start more earlier, right?
They actually want people to come.
We're just rolling. If you guys have got any questions, let's go back to the questions. Rick, I gotta do some work here.
I see you later.
See you later. Enjoy
Ciao.
dinner.
Rick out.
Arrivederci. Oh, you hear the
Yeah.
second bell?
Two this time.
I see you
See
later.
you. Bye.
Ciao.
Rick.
Yes, Ben. Rick has had a couple of, but he's not
No,
by
he's-
any means.
he-
He's just been out for a few beers and an afternoon chat with some of his friends here, and
He
we've
did
thought we'd put on with it. He had no idea. He hasn't got a clue about live streaming.
I think he
And-
thought you were maybe talking to your mother or something.
Yeah,
again.
probably thought I was chatting with family, and he came in. But my apologies to anyone where he was a bit profound, but it happens, and I'm sure most of you are fully
Charles
forgiving of
CEO
that.
says you guys are so nice. And yes, he did use strong language, Ben.
He
but
did,
yes.
Ben, and I know what you're saying, Ben. But
Yeah.
we love people like that. We're happy, and this is what makes travelling so great, to meet people of different characters. Rick's got a great story. He's got a great backstory. As a young man, he worked on the tugs in Canada, and he's lost a lot of his hearing from working hard on the tugs. And he's just got a really cool backstory. So we love him, and we've just met him. So.
As Brenda says, shit happens.
It does occasionally,
And
Brenda.
Matt
And
said, "Who's
unfortunately,
drinking?"
Brenda, neither you nor Ben could moderate it.
You couldn't moderate
All
him.
I could do that, but I couldn't be so rude. I could have hit him with something, I suppose, but you know,
So
it's going to
Brew and Matt says, new drinking game. We have to have a drink every time Steve takes his glasses on and off.
happen. Sorry. Yeah.
So
All right.
You and Love said just came back from the Dunny and thought, what the hell's going on?
Drink.
Oh.
What's that?
No, you having a drink. I'm just laughing.
So did we miss any important questions? Kev, how are you, mate? You, what's that about the brown sauce on your second
I got
batch?
into the brown sauce bit. I'm on my second batch. Mrs. hates me drinking the house out with vinegar.
Stink in the house out.
Stinking the house
Yeah.
out. Yes.
Or drink in the house out?
Oh, you're quick, Ben. Thank you.
Adam, how are you, mate? So Adam Palmer, who comes in, who's a little bit, if it is Adam Palmer, but you know, it's all good, mate. Just be nice. It's no big issue. We're always tolerant to have anyone in, regardless of what you want to say, and you can say whatever you think, feel, or wish to consider.
So
In this place, it's a friendly place. Nobody's going to give you any hard time. But you know, if you just want to mess around, that's going to happen. You're not going to hang around long. But
So I am here says, love Rick, what a colourful character, have fun tomorrow, guys. And he's
yeah,
great. We love chatting with Rick.
I'm hoping he remembers it tomorrow.
Oh, I think he will. I think he will. So yeah, I don't know if there's any questions that I've missed.
So I think we've probably been going for about just over an hour. Should we go? We'll go another 10 minutes or so, because that little episode. I've got more mangoes here, but I'm not going to get into sticky mangoes again. That got all a little bit too.
Eddie says, so would you do a churro competition with the locals? What's
like?
that, trying to eat them without licking your lips? That's like donuts, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Can you eat a sugary churro without licking your lips?
Maybe not.
Probably not.
We haven't had churros here, have we?
No, there's
here.
not. In Cancun, there was a lot of
Yeah.
churro stands, but in Merida, I haven't really seen many. I don't think I've even seen a churro.
No, not
stand.
not a street one anyway.
No.
Constance Anston to Barrymore said, what's your favourite food so far, guys? I like the fried
Yes, the
empanada.
19th hole celebrations. The fried empanadas we had in Cancun were really nice. I like those, and even they're actually.
I like the empanadas we had up the road here.
Yes, there's a lovely place. We should do a video from there one day. It's a lovely little restaurant, not far, a little walk from here. But it's got enmoladas, which are basically a mole. You'll see a picture. You'll see a picture on our Instagram. It's like a mole sauce, or sauce is a mole, so a mole sauce over empanadas or rolled tacos filled with chicken. Very nice.
Yeah, delicious.
So that is good. And we have a guy just down the road from us who makes great
Tamales.
Tamales.
They're really
Yeah,
good.
really good tamales.
He's not
And
open at the
actually,
weekend,
in the weekdays,
unfortunately.
we'll get some tamales and do a little video and share some tamales. When I catch up with my editing, when I feel like I've got enough video edited from the John O'Groats Land's End walk, I will do a lot more from Mexico and a lot more live streams and things, so you'll get a lot more feeling from Merida and things. I might even chuck the drone up and let you have a drone shot. How about that?
There you go. So Ben says doesn't think he's had a churro before.
No?
There you go.
Churros are a little bit like a donut, but not really, because the churro itself is got a lot more surface area than a donut. So it's a little bit like a donut, that if you imagine squeezing a donut out of a star-shaped pastry nozzle, and then you get lots more surface area. So it's like a donut that's got a lot more, the crispy outside on it.
Check out your video.
Check out mine.
Come on.
I've got a video how to make it.
So
Glasses on. Drink.
Eddie said churros are the best snack, but I've only ever had them at Disney.
Yeah.
Gunlove
Dipped
said,
in chocolate.
oh, nice. Gunlove said, is Mexican street food better than the inner cities food?
The street food is
How is the street food
the
situation?
street food is really good. Here it's not so much.
No,
There's
I
not
think-
so many street vendors.
I
there.
think there's more like around the parks and things, but they've
Yeah.
not been here because of the situation.
Yeah, because of the situation.
So we're hoping that they're going to come back slowly. We
It's
did
a
go to the
sad,
market,
sad
didn't we, the other day, and that
situation.
there wasn't much open.
Yeah,
Apparently there should have been.
There normally is a lot more going on, but we haven't found as many what I call like proper street vendors here as there were in
Marcasitas.
Cancun.
Marcasitas
Marcasitas
by
are
the bucket
good by
load.
the bucket. Every second corner has got a marcasita seller, but that can get a little bit, that can wear a bit thin. It's basically a crepe pancake wrapped up with cheese, and absolutely delicious. But I found that the first one you saw me have on the video a couple of weeks ago on Palapas Park in Cancun was
The best.
awesome. The
And
ones
actually, the girl who had one before us, so we copied her, she'd already said that they were the best.
there, so that was really good. But we've never kind of found that mark since.
No.
They've all been a bit plain and a bit too crispy. So the jury is out on marcasitas.
So Brenda's saying to Ben, has he ever had a funnel cake? Because similar. It's
Very
donuts.
similar to a funnel.
Think donuts, Ben, in a different shape.
Yeah.
Slightly different.
Don't actually think donuts, Ben. That could get you in a bit of trouble just walking around. Hello, cinnamon sugar. You've got to think outside the box.
So Maria Meyer says hello.
Maria, how are you? Have I missed any hellos to people? I probably have.
Probably
Loads.
missed a few.
If you said hello earlier and I missed it, please say hello again. And Michelle
So,
and I will
Kev says,
reciprocate.
will you put out some more of your own cooking content?
Yes, we will eventually. We'll eventually end up somewhere in a kitchen somewhere, and we'll start doing the cooking show again at some point, but not in the near future. So if you're hanging out for that, it's not going to happen. But eventually.
Eventually. So Marie says Mexican food is awesome. I lived in Baja, Mexico, San Felipe.
Yep, the Mexican food is awesome. People are lovely. Highly recommended.
Yeah, Adam
Latino.
Ben is a good moderator, so if you've not been playing nicely, then you get banned.
Yes. But I've always said, and Brenda got given the title of moderator today, Ben. So you've got another companion there just in case. But I've always said, we don't overly moderate people
No,
here.
but as long as you're nice, and that last comment is not nice, that's why it's not being shown.
Yeah, generally. And also, you might have something quite interesting to say, Adam. You might want to sort of share something interesting. You might want to ask something or share something.
Yeah,
we're
nice.
happy
We
to
love to chat. We like people interacting with us all, and that's good. So
Oh, it's warmer tonight.
it is. Arthur says, "Have you guys been to Colombia?"
No, not yet, Arthur. No.
There's many places we haven't been to
There's many places.
because we tend to spend a long time in certain places.
Yeah, we've travelled for 6 years, but unlike a lot of sort of youngsters that travel, we haven't been to sort of 600 places in 6 years. Because when we get to a place we like, we stay there for 5-6 months.
Yeah.
And
And even when we don't particularly like a place, when we first arrive, we tend to stay a bit longer just so that we can check it out. Because it's not always, you don't always get a good impression when you first arrive. Sometimes you don't know a place.
Sometimes you'll arrive in a place and you really not like it. I always recollect this to sort of people that used to come to Hong Kong where we lived for many years, and they often used to say, Hong Kong's the worst place I've ever been to. I said, that's because you never really got to see the real Hong Kong, because it is a most beautiful place. But everywhere is good if you give it some time, apart from Sapa. And if you haven't seen my video tracker in Sapa,
Yes. Yeah, you'll see it as it is.
I'd go back there.
It's okay, Adam. You don't have to apologise, just be nice, and then we're happy to have you
Yeah,
along.
that's all right.
Quantum's answer to Barrymore says, great channel and great content, guys. Keep up the good work. Goonla says, have you guys been to Ireland? No, we haven't been.
We haven't been to Ireland,
And it
it's
is on our list.
ridiculous that we've not
But I
been
want
to
to go in the
Ireland.
summer.
I don't mind Ireland in the winter.
It's go in the summer.
Yeah, she would go. She would go in the winter though, because it's all right. Probably most of the Scandinavian countries I'd rather go in the summer months, but then, you know, we're all good.
And Eric says, have you been to a seafood restaurant in Mexico yet?
No, we haven't. We've got a friend who's just rocked up here in Mexico, and she is on the coast. Lovely Alla from Alla's Yummy Food. So she's here in Mexico at the moment. She's on the coast. She loves the coastal sort of thing. Michelle and I kind of prefer places away from the coast. I do like the coast. I think it can be very
We just
beautiful.
found Cancun was a little bit sort of, just had that little tiny bit in the centre. We wanted to do, as we said earlier, a little bit more authentic.
I love the mountains, love the colour, the trees, and sort of I like cities, small cities, not big cities, that have got a lot going on in them as well. You know, it's a lot of things that excite you mentally. That's what I enjoy. And sometimes sort of beaches you need them, but not for too long.
But there's a beach not too far from here that we said we might
Yeah,
take a
we
trip
will.
out
We
to.
will go.
And
But
there's a
we've
town,
got work to do.
There's a
We've
town
got-
there that we might take a trip to.
there is.
But we've got to just get this bit so we've got that little bit of a buffer and want to do some work.
Because I've said to you, and one or two of you commented to me and said, you know, you should try it this way, try it that way. But in reality, it's hard to travel and edit at the same time. I know a lot of young channels, they do it all the time, but I've met so many of them in various VidCon events and summer in the city events, and they're always so sort of depressed and miserable. We try to strike that balance, and the danger that,
Do, you know, a quick edit, which we don't tend to do a little bit.
yeah.
We like to.
Yeah.
We like to put the effort in.
Yeah, we like to do it to some level of decency.
So Arthur says, I think Steve would like the weather in Medellin, year-round spring temperatures.
Medellin.
Medellin.
Medellin, I think they say. That's not here, no, that's Colombia, isn't it?
Possibly, yes.
It's, is that Medellin?
Oh, there he goes again.
Can you believe it? In
Three this time.
in 1 hour that we've been going, hour and 10 minutes, hour and 15 minutes, the church bell's gone 3 times.
So Kev says about the cooking, no problem, Steve. When you do, please make a video on a good Scotch egg to go with brown sauce.
Oh, yeah. We never did Scotch egg, and I think I probably got to a stage where I was going to do Scotch eggs, and just never. There's so many things I didn't do.
Arthur says Scotch eggs are the best.
I didn't do piccalilli, which
No.
I was going to
It's
do
on the
for
list.
somebody. It's on my
It's on the
list.
list.
I've got a list of videos still to do for you all. Some long, but you know, life is a pathway.
Absolutely. So Ben says, where you were in China, Steve, that was called the Eternal Spring. That was certainly a beautiful part of China. It certainly was. It was. It did get cold.
It was gorgeous. Where were we? Up in Shangri-La.
Yeah.
Up in China's a beautiful
Yeah.
country. You know, people you should visit Quasimodo. Yes. I won't do a Quasimodo impersonation. It'll become a meme. So yeah, China is absolutely gorgeous. Mexico is gorgeous. There's so many places to see. Yeah. The world. Just not enough years to see them all. And we're not ones, as I said. I think even our friend Rick that you met just earlier on was saying that he met someone that had been to 100 countries in a ridiculously short, like 2 years or something, to 100 countries. And we were talking about it later, and they basically didn't really see anything because they land in the country, have a quick look around, leave, and they'd always go to the capital city. So they go, they go to Paris, go around the streets of Paris, eat a croissant, jump back on a plane, go somewhere else. And that's not really, you're never going to understand France and Paris. You have to go and live in a small village, a little commune somewhere away from
Speaking to the
big
locals and finding out where all the locals, all the little tricks from them, that's what we like to do, isn't it? All the recommendations from the locals.
And you won't get that in a short period. The lad you saw at the beginning, Juan, he's put us onto a few restaurants, and some of the staff here have got so much good knowledge about what's around. When you first arrive in a place like this, they often just send you to the usual tourist points. But after being here a week or so, they start to, you get really friendly with people, and they start opening up and letting you know where the really good places are.
So Fifth Corner says at least they're on beat with the bells.
Yeah, they are.
Someone asked here, Quantum says, have you come across any new fruit there?
Not unusual fruits that we don't know.
No, I think
Papayas are big here. We're not big fans of papayas, but the papayas are here.
Pineapples are good
Pineapples are really good. No,
And
so
they're
no,
huge
nothing
pineapples.
nothing unusual, but we'll let you know if we do.
Yeah.
Actually, there is something that looks a little bit like a passion fruit.
Yes, but I believe
I
it's
saw in the market.
Yeah, I believe it's right inside.
Is it a guava then?
No.
No?
I will find out what
We'll find
it is.
out.
Friend has an amazing barbecue place in Veracruz if you guys head up there. That's what Arthur says.
Oh, okay.
Well, we might. That's sort of. We're not sure where we're going yet. We've sort of earmarked a couple of places, haven't we? But
Getting a little bit better. That's the only thing in the Merida area. It's a bit bitey, a bit mosquito-y.
it's time of night now, isn't it?
And
6
it's
o'clock,
getting to that. So we're going to say goodbye because it's getting to dusk, and the mozzies are going to come out big time. So we go up and have a little sort of chill down in our room, and then we're probably going to go out and get something to eat. And thank you for joining us, Ben. Thank you for encouraging us to get on tonight. You've Ben to thank for getting my backside into gear and coming on and saying hello to you. You've the lovely Rick to thank for the profanities and sort of like a little bit of mid show entertainment there.
Thank you to Ben and Brenda for
he is a lovely guy,
fantastic
by the way.
moderating there.
And thank you for everybody for joining us. And
Hello, Cheryl.
G'day, Cheryl.
Nice chat. Yeah, that's
If you haven't
all
said
good.
hello, then
No.
now's the time.
Kev was just saying, I find the Scotch egg can be overdone with extras sometimes. Just plain Scotch eggs done well is the best snack.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, a good Scotch egg. It's
Nicely
got to have the
seasoned.
right. It's got to have the right balance of sausage meat on it, and the right sort of sausage meat on the outside. It's got to have the right crumbing on the outside, and it's got to be the right
Tasty.
balance between. It mustn't be just all egg and a little bit of sausage.
I like the little quail
Quail eggs work really nice. You go with the
Nice,
quail egg
yeah.
and make little small Scotch eggs. You can make them bite-sized then for me. And then 3 bites from now, 1 bite for me. A lovely little quail's egg into your mouth. The right amount of sausage, well seasoned. They can be good. Actually, probably if I did an episode on Scotch eggs, I'd probably do quail eggs because I like them so much.
They look cool. So Eric said, will you post on Instagram your content?
We're already on Instagram, so you can check out Steve's Kitchen on Instagram, with Twitter. But
Yeah,
if you want to, if you're on Twitter, we'll definitely be there. But I'm not going to do too much social media, but definitely Instagram and Facebook we do a fair bit. Just get on there, follow us. The links are probably below this video. Will be shortly.
Yeah. And Ben says, are you staying in a hotel at the moment, Steve?
We are, and we're probably going to stay here for a little while, Ben, because we quite like the place. We like the people.
It's cool.
And we are looking for our own place, but this place suits us at the moment.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, all
So
right,
no
everybody.
kitchen, but that's fine. We don't mind. We'll use theirs.
We'll do another update.
Yeah, we will do.
All right.
We will do. Try and get out and about.
Love to you all.
Great talking to you.
Take care.
Yeah,
Share
see
the
you
love,
soon.
and we will see you in the next video. Be good.
Bye.